All right, guys, welcome back again to another exciting one. So today we want to continue from where we stopped by taking a look at how to use or combining. Let me just copy this. And let's call it using or. Combining with or. Here we go. So okay, the sign is this. All right, just press shift and oh, what's going on? All right, turn it into Markdown, load it. All right, so what we're going to do is that we're going to take a look at house data frame, and let me just show you something real quick. Imagine you already have two conditional statement and you want to combine them using or. Let's say, for instance, you have house df now data frame, yours house data frame, yours house data frame, that house dot add. I just want to show you something so that three, and let's run it. You have house, the date, grade, and stuff like that, and you just want to figure out the year that was built and the year that was actually renovated. Okay, this is the year that was built and this year that was actually renovated. So you can easily copy this. Let me just copy this and paste it in there. And then because I want to figure out the year that was built and year that was renovated, all I have to do is just to ensure that inside this particular curly brace, I'll just say year that was actually built, and don't forget, you just have to ensure that this thing is in quote. Yeah, and if the year that was built, I want it to be recent, maybe I want it to be like maybe 2000 and maybe 2012, 2000 and greater than or equals to, let me say 2012 or 2014 or something like that. You can see it's going to give us something like, so I'm going to copy this again. I'm going to say, you know what, I want to figure out the year that was actually renovated. I want it to be let's say between that same time. Let me just log it. So if you just log it, what you are seeing here, there's something I have not been telling you. Anytime you have the same code inside, different code inside the same cell, it's going to run the one at the bottom, but leave the one at the top if the code is okay. But if the code is not okay, you're going to experience error. But if the code is okay, it's going to display the one at the bottom. All right, so just note that in case. So these two things you've already designed or probably fetch data through a particular boolean. I mean, it's has actually showed you a particular expression before, so you now want to combine these two. All right, you can combine them using or. All you just want to have is that one of these two must be right, because one thing about or is that if you have true and you press this or true, there's one thing I want to show you. The same thing is going to be true, but if you press true and say false, all right, the same thing is still going to be true. What this all really means is that just ensure that one out of the two is true. Yeah, so that's it. So what I'm going to do right now is that I just want to copy this now, and I want to log these two inside the house data frame. Hope you're following along with me. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, you know what, guys, I want to lock you in, but if I want to lock you in, don't forget I have to put you inside bracket. Yep. So to make it worthwhile inside the bracket, then I can now use this or to separate them. This is the best way I can explain it so that you understand. So that by the time you see a code, you'll be able to read it through lines and understand it, not like cramming the code. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this thing means, okay, you have this code now that you just want to ensure that either of these is true. Just give me the results. Yeah, because I've logged them inside of that frame, it's going to give me a result. It's going to, stop showing me false, true, or something like that. Yeah, so let me just run it. So by the time I run it, gives me exactly what I'm expecting. So whatever things I want to do with this particular data set, then I can do with it, whether I want to probably plot the graph or do whatever things I want to do. Yeah. So this is what I really want to show you. Anytime you want to combine, or maybe you've deal with a lot of conditions before, then you can easily log it together and log all those two conditions into what? Into a data frame. Yeah, I'm excited right now. Really moving forward. I have taken my time to, demystify filtering, and I believe you've successfully understand what it means and how to use it. In the next module, because I think we still have like 2 topics. So in the next tutorial, we're going to dive into another thing called piecewise negation. And until then, I'll see you in the next one.